Oh, hello there. I'm Nancy Bird Walton. Now, I'm here to tell you all how I got to Deacon Island. But first, I'm going to tell you why I went to Deacon Island. I was born in a small country town, which was located about 30 miles north of Taree, New South Wales. I was the second eldest of 6 children. We lived there until I was about 5 or 6, then moved to Coleraine. I went to school there in Coleraine, and my leading teachers were 2 maids. They ran the school. Unfortunately, the depression, it hit very badly in Australia, and I was forced to leave school at the age of 13, become a housekeeper, bookkeeper, and assist in the family business. I was never an academic. I was more of a practical girl. Always dreamt of flying, though. Because of the depression, though, I was able to join the Aero Club, where I learnt to fly. Lucky my father took out some insurance for us kids before he died in a motorsport accident. To fly was not the normal thing to do back then. You were considered a daredevil, some outsorts. But I felt free when I flew, I wanted to find somewhere that took me away from the company I was in. It was the year of 1940. The Second World War was driving people to sheer insanity. First, the Depression, now another world war. I knew I had to escape. I had my plane, insurance from my father. I was a free woman. After all, Australia was at that point in time on the verge of a Japanese invasion. I had nothing to lose. So I took my journal, my mother's pearl necklace, some non-perishable foods from the store, a few items of clothing, and I headed south in search of a different life. After 8 long, tiring, treacherous hours of flying, I saw land in the distance. It looked uninhibited. Greenery overtook the outskirts of the land. I had my fears of the Japanese hiding there, that's for sure. And surely I wasn't the only person to find this remote island. All these things were in my mind when I landed, so I found the closest open area I could. It was only a small plane. I didn't need very much room. I remember I took a step onto the land, and took in the sea breeze. It reminded me of when I lived in Coleraine near the ocean. The rocks were covered in moss, and the air was bitterly cold. I put my coat on and searched for wood to make fire. It was only a few hours later I must have drifted into a deep sleep. I was woken up by a woman poking me. She spoke a language other than English. Her clothes were made of some sort of animal skin, and her eyes looked as though she had lived through the Depression too. She took my hand and insisted I followed her. I was scared, I was tired, and I was hungry. But I knew I had to follow this woman, and she would keep me safe. Deacon Island was going to be my home from now on. So that, my friends, is my journey to Deacon Island.